All right, shalom, shalom. Just the brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work without righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to get into a quick lesson, okay, on how the people of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay, those of the elect ultimately, right now, we call ourselves the hopeful elect because nobody really knows if they're the elect or not. You see, we won't know until the Lord gathers those individuals into the chariot. You see, right now we're just hopeful, okay. We're living by faith, okay, and knowing that we do have, okay, the true name of the Lord, man. Which the name of the Father is Yahweh, and the name of the Son is Yahushai. But let me go ahead and start up. Let me get this in the NLT because those names are very important. Okay, without those names, the Lord is not going to deliver you. Let me get this in the blue letter. Let me go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, and let me see where I want to start off at. I'm gonna start off in verse 5, and I'm gonna read this in the NLT. It says, "What is this?" asked the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. "Why are my people enslaved again? Those who rule them shout in exultation." It says, "My name is blasphemed all day long," because that's what they gave us. Okay, they gave us this false name, especially when it comes to the name Jesus. Okay, that's not his true name. You see, that's not his true name of the Son, the Heavenly Father. You see, the Heavenly Father and the Son, they have names. You see, and that's part of them exiting out the Lord. Okay, when you go into the book of Revelation 11 and 8, how the Lord is crucified right here in so-called America. That's all part of it. Okay, taking away his true image, okay, his true name. Okay, and that goes for both the name of the Father and the name of the Son. Man, they've given us just titles, okay, God and so on and so forth. Okay, and they given us the name, okay, Jesus. Okay, which again, that's not his name. There's no way it can be. Well, the letter J didn't come about till the year 1526. And the letter J was created by a man named Giorgio Trucini. You see, so it's impossible for his name to have been Jesus. But this is what they've given us. You see, and right now we're in the hands, okay, of our oppressors, and this is exactly what they've done, so they could keep us away, okay, from our true power. It says, "But I will reveal my name, see, to my people, and they will come to know its power." Now, all Israel, okay, is the Lord's people. Okay, everyone everyone that comes from the lineage of Jacob is the Lord's people. Okay, but on this side, the Lord's only looking for an elect. He's not looking for all Israel. That's why it says, "I will reveal my name to my people." Okay, those are the elect number. Okay, those on this side where the destruction is going to take place, okay, that are going to come to know the power of the name Yahweh and the power of the name Yahushai. It says, "Then at last they will recognize, see, that I am the one who speaks to them." You see, and the Lord is speaking, okay, through his men. Okay, by revealing his name, okay, to those that the Lord is using, okay, to feed, okay, his elect, okay, with knowledge and understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Listen, how beautiful on the mountains are the feet of the messenger, see, who brings good news. See, and that's part of the gospel. Okay, that's part of the good news. Okay, that's a big part of it. To know the name of the Father and to know the name of the Son. It says, how beautiful on the mountains are the feet of the messenger who brings good news. See, the good news of peace and salvation. The good news that the Most High of Israel, see, reigns. You see, when the kingdom is set up, ain't nobody going to be calling on Jesus or just using the title God. No, the Father and the Son are going to be called, okay, by their proper names. You see? And he's revealed his names, okay, to men. Let me get that real quick. That's the book of John. Chapter 17 and verse 6. Listen, I have manifested thy name, see, unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept, see, my word. See, and this is the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay, in having, okay, the true gospel, okay, the good news, okay, and having the name of the Father and the name of the Son, okay, is a big part of it, man. It's an essential part, okay, of the gospel. You know, and the scripture tells us that in the land of our captivities, okay, we're going to think upon his name. Okay, how are we going to think upon the Lord's name, okay, if we don't have it, if we don't know it? Let me go real quick to the book of Baruch. Chapter 2, and I'm going to start off in verse 30. See, and it says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, talking about Israel, okay, the Israelites. It says, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Okay, is that not happening right now? Let me get another precept real quick. I'll just go ahead and get it. So I keep my spot there. Let me get it in, I'm already there in Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 44. And I'm going to start on verse 1. It says, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that made thee, inform thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Yasharan, whom I have chosen. See, Yasharan is just another name for Israel, which goes into what? The upright ones. Let me get that footnote right real quick in the NLT. It says Yasharan, a term of endearment for Israel. Yeah, which just goes into the upright ones. Okay, which begins, okay, with the elect. Okay, the elect of Israel. Listen, it says, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, see, and my blessing upon thine offspring. It says, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows, see, by the water courses. So you're going to have Israelites, okay, waking up, okay, to who they are. It says, one shall say, I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. Okay, they're going to say, hey, I'm an Israelite. I'm Jacob. I'm from the lineage of Jacob. You see, and you see that happening. It's been happening, and it's continuing to happen. It says, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Okay, giving themselves Hebrew names. You see? So you have Israel, okay, waking up to who they are, okay, and remembering themselves in the land of their captivities. Okay, wherever we've been scattered to, because we've been scattered to the four corners of the earth, but chiefly, okay, those that are here in so-called America, Babylon the Great. It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. So this is all through the Spirit, man. Hey, the Lord has given those that have woken up, okay, the Spirit to understand who they are. It says, and they shall praise me, see, in the land of their captivity, see, calling upon the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You see, and think upon my name. See, how are they going to think upon the Lord's name, okay, if we don't have it? Listen, and return from their stiff-necked and from their wicked deeds, for they should remember the way of their fathers, which have sinned before the Lord. See, and our forefathers were not calling upon Jesus and just calling the Lord Yahweh by a title. No. Okay, they understood, okay, and they knew the true name of the Father, man, Yahweh. You see, and it's also important, okay, to have the name of the Son. Let me go real quick to the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 4. Listen, who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in the garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? Listen, what is his name and what is his son's name? If thou can tell. See, if thou can tell, and those that can tell, okay, are the hopeful elect right now. Okay, Lord willing, okay, be of that elect number, okay, when the Lord makes his return, man. Okay, when he brings deliverance and brings destruction, okay, upon so-called America, Babylon the Great, okay, the land of Israel, okay, which will be rebuilt, and wherever else he's allotted destruction. And you gotta have those names, man. Because you gotta have the name of the Father, and you gotta have the name of the Son. Okay, Yahweh Shai, who the world really calls Jesus the Christ, and he was given a total power, man, total control. Let me get that real quick. What's that? Matthew chapter 28 and verse 18. Listen, and Yahweh Shai came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. You see? So not only do you have to call on the Father Yahweh, but also on Yahweh Shai, man, the Son. Let me go to the book of Acts, chapter 4, and I'm going to start from verse 10. It says, be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel, that by the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom the Most High raised from the dead, even by him that this man stand here before you whole. It says, this is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which is become the head of the corner. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven, given among men. It was given to men, whereby, listen, we must be saved. You can't be calling on old Jesus, man, and expect to get salvation. No, you got to call on the proper names. Again, the name of the Father Yahweh and the name of the Son Yahweh Shai. You see, that's why 2/3, okay, gotta get wiped out, man. But the 1/3, okay, who are the elect, okay, they're gonna call upon the right name. Okay, they're gonna call upon the right name of the Father, and they're gonna call upon the right name of the Son, the proper names. Let me go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. Listen, it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, and that land is speaking about so-called America, again, which is Babylon the Great, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. So 2 out of every 3 Israelites, okay, whether they know they're Israel or they don't know they're Israel, okay, they're going to die here. Okay, they're going to be destroyed in the destruction that the Lord is bringing. Listen, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, see, and will try them as gold is tried. You see? And that's the literal destruction. And even now, okay, as we go in our daily walks, we got to go through trials and tribulations. Okay, going through that refining. Okay, being made pure, man. Okay, getting that dross off of us. Okay, that filthiness. Okay, when we were part of the world, when we were in the world. You see? What did the Lord say? It says, I am in the world, but I'm not of the world. See, just like his true believers. Okay, just like the true people, okay, that worship in truth and sincerity, man. Yeah, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. Okay, Lord willing, okay, we have to endure. You see, and here's a very important part, part of that understanding and knowing who you are. It says, they should call on my name. How are you going to call upon the name of the Lord if you don't know it? Okay? Or you think it's the same name that was given to you by your oppressor. How is your oppressor going to give you the true name? He's not. Again, going back to how the Lord was crucified here. He was X'd out. Again, it took away his image, took away his purpose. Okay, it took away his name. Again, it says, they should call on my name and I will hear them. If the Lord's not going to hear you when you're calling upon Jesus, okay, or you're calling upon some improper name, no, he's going to ignore you, man. It says, I will say, it is my people, and they should say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai. See, it's my power. Let me get one more. Let me go to the book of. Let me see, what is that? Let me go to the book of Second Esdras, chapter 2, and let me start off at, I believe, in verse 40. Yeah, I'll start off in verse 42. Actually, you know what? Let me get another one real quick. I just came to mind. Let me go to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, and let me see. I'm going to start from verse 7. It says, withal he filled them, see, with knowledge of understanding, and shewed them good and evil. It says, he set his eye upon their hearts, meaning on the minds, that he might shew them the greatness of his work. It says, he gave them to glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works, see, with understanding. See, this is speaking about the hopeful elect. Listen, ultimately to become the elect. Listen, and the elect shall praise his holy name. You see that? So ultimately, okay, whoever the elect are, okay, again, right now, we're calling ourselves the hopeful elect, okay, in hope in becoming the elect, okay, but praising, okay, the name of the Father and the name of the Son. So let me go ahead and go back to Second Esdras, the second chapter, and I'm going to start off in the 42nd verse. Then I'm going to go ahead and close out. It says, I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, it says, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed, listen, the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned, see, and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is this that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Listen, then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. You see, they were confessing, okay, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. It says, then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. See, and that's what the men of the Lord are doing now. Okay, confessing the true names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You see, and ultimately this is going to be the reward, okay, of the elect, man. Okay, and going back to what Revelation, the 7th chapter. Okay, the 144,000 and the great multitude. Okay, being crowned, okay, for being of that number. You see, and a big part of that is having the true name, okay, of the Father, Yahweh, and the true name, Yahweh Shai. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.